Well, this Sunday is our first Sunday back in the building. We're calling it Reopening Sunday. You may learn it to be called Touchless Service because that's what is going to happen. When you get here, like you see, the doors will be open for you already.
As much as I miss printing the bulletins, we're still not going to have them because that's one more thing for people to touch. The other thing that we're going to be missing out on is the coffee and the refreshments. We're going to hold off on those for a while, but you're welcome to bring your own coffee and refreshments with you when you come.
Yes, but in their place, we do have hand sanitizer stations. Yes. So we are hoping that you can come and if need be, you can use those to ensure that everything is clean and we are as risk-free as possible. We will be asking the volunteers to wear masks while they are serving. And also we're going to ask you to have your masks on when entering the building until you are seated in your pew. And with that in mind, let's go into the church.
Now that we've been seated in our pew, it's okay to take our masks off. And if you can tell from the picture, it's quite a different setup in here. What we've done is we've roped off every other pew, and we're going to ask that those pews stay empty. Also, on the pews that are open, you'll see a piece of burlap fabric. That tells you where you shouldn't sit. So what that does is it allows for 6 feet of distance between each family group. Also, the rows are staggered. So in this row, we're sitting on each end. In the row behind us and the row in front of us, they're sitting in the middle. So you don't have anybody directly in front of you or directly behind you.
Also, we will be using ushers to seat people. To minimize contact again, the ushers will be filling in from the front to the back, and then when we dismiss, we'd be dismissed from the back to the front. Again, allowing for the minimum amount of contact between all the different people. Also, we will do offerings. Some churches have elected to have offering boxes. We'll do offering, but because of how we're set up, the ushers will hold on to the plate and just walk down the aisles so that you can put your offering envelope in the plate like you normally would have done.
The other change we made is these little wooden boxes that normally hold the hymnals and the Bibles and the offering envelopes and the pencils is now empty. It's just one less thing for people to touch. So all the words for the songs will be on the screens. You won't need your hymnals. You will need to bring your own Bible or some kind of device that has some kind of a Bible app on it. We will have offering envelopes available at the Welcome Center if you need one, but if you have your own box at home, we would ask that you bring one from home.
And also, we will have the balcony open. And because of the way it's set up, it would be one family per pew. So we're asking to leave those for larger families that wouldn't fit in a 6 foot of space, or families with small children where it might be a little bit easier to contain them up there. So there are pews up there. They'll be set up in a similar way, only without the fabric. No Bibles, no hymnals, and so on. And so that's how you will be seated. And at this point, I guess we're ready to talk about how we're going to handle nursery.
So let's talk about kids for just a minute. Pastor Stan already mentioned in our previous section of the video that we will try to reserve the balcony pews for larger families and families with smaller children. We will have the nursery open. It will not be staffed. So if you have a little one that is getting a little rambunctious during the service, needs some special attention, needs a diaper change, you're welcome to come down and use the nursery. We would just ask that you sanitize anything that you're using or touching both before and after you use it. Good job, Pastor Stan. Also, for kids ages about 2 to about 10, we will have little activity packs available. It's in a gallon-sized baggie. There's all kinds of activity pages, coloring pages inside of this, and it comes with a little pack of crayons. The children are welcome to partake of that during the service. The only thing we would ask is that when you leave for the day, that you leave the pack of crayons somewhere on the pew that you were in. You could take the bag and the coloring pages with you, but we'd like to sanitize and reuse the crayons as many weeks as we can.
Now that we're outside, we of course can take our masks off. And again, we are asking you not to wear it while we're worshiping. You can if you prefer, but to wear it when you're entering and leaving the building. Now that we're outside and airflow is very different, this would be the place that you can fellowship, much like the last 3 weeks with the drive-in service. It seemed like everyone felt very comfortable talking and fellowshipping, and this would be the place to do that. Now, I'm not sure what your thoughts are on all this. Sometimes we look at this and say, that's a lot. And perhaps it is, but something to consider. We don't think this is going to be forever, but it is how it is for right now. So again, we are hoping this doesn't in any way inhibit you from your desire to worship. And whether that worship is in here physically with us, or you're watching online on the internet, we just hope that what we're doing, how we're doing it, will help you in growing closer to the Lord. And look forward to seeing you Sunday or sometime after that.